So we're going to start on all fours very briefly. So come down to the floor. And we're just going to start with some gentle cat-cows. So just begin flexing and extending the spine. Good. And then come to stillness, and we're going to bring that right foot towards the front of the mat. Good. And then rising up into our low lunge. Just beginning to warm up the thighs. We're going to begin pushing the hips forward and coming back into a runner's lunge, stretching the back of that front leg. So just moving gently. And this is yoga for thick thighs. So after we've done a few gentle stretches, we'll move straight into a spicy thigh yoga flow. Good, and then we're going to bring that right leg backwards, bring that left leg forward, and we'll do the same on the opposite side. So beginning to push the hips forward, and then moving them backwards and straightening that left leg. Just bringing a little bit of gentle movement into our legs. Good. One more time here. And then next time we come forward, we're going to tuck the back toe. Good. And then very gently we begin rising up into our crescent lunge. So the back leg is nice and straight. And then we're going to bring that front knee so it's roughly on top of the ankle. Probably already beginning to feel that sensation in the left thigh. Good. And then we're going to rise the hands up towards the sky. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring that right knee down, coming into the other side. So bringing that right foot forwards, tucking that left back toe. As we inhale, we rise up to our crescent lunge. Next inhale, we bring the arms up and overhead. Good, and again, we're making sure that the front knee is on top of the front ankles. So from where you are, you won't be able to see your toes. Good, I'm feeling that burn probably in that front thigh again. Really well done, and then coming back down to the knees. We're really quickly going to take the knees wide and come to sit back on the feet and the ankles. Good, and just wiggling the hips left to right. Just getting a little bit of stretch and movement in our hips, which are going to be supporting our legs. Really well done. And then we're going to come back to our all fours position, walking that right leg forwards. Good. Bring the hands to the chest in our low lunge. Good. And then again, we're going to tuck that back toe, and we're going to bring that left elbow to the outside edge of the front knee. Maybe stay here for a second. And then with that back foot tucked, we're going to raise that knee off the floor. Really good. Maybe you stay here, pushing the elbow into the knee. Maybe you begin to bring that left hand down towards the floor. And maybe you bring that right hand up towards the sky in your twist. Hold for one more breath, really feeling that front thigh burning. Good, and then we're going to release, bringing the hands down to the floor briefly, stretching forward and backwards, bringing a little bit of relief to that thigh. And then we're going to rise into our warrior two. So we're going to come onto the foot on the back. The foot is turned diagonally. And our front foot is at a parallel line. Then we push into that front knee, take the arms wide. Warrior two. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Really feeling that front thigh. And then we're going to begin to reach forward with the front arm. Reach, reach, reach. And then as we inhale, we bring the arm up and over. Good. Bring that left arm down towards the leg. Coming into our reverse warrior. Holding here for a second. Good. And then we come back to center. We're going to bring that front elbow onto the front thigh. Bring that left arm down and up. Opening into our side angle pose. Good. And then we come back to center. That thigh is really burning. And we'll straighten it out. Maybe we make the stance a little bit shorter. Good. And again, opening the arms out wide. And then begin to reach forwards. And then bring that front arm down towards the leg. And maybe opening that left arm up towards the sky. Little bit of relief here for the thigh. Rest is also important. And then we come back to center. Bend into that front knee again. Good. And then we're going to step towards the front of the mat. If you can, bringing that left leg straight up towards the sky. And pull that and hug that into the chest. Good. Maybe bringing that left leg out towards the left, like this. Good. And maybe you stay here. Maybe if you have it in your practice, you can hold onto that knee, that toe, sorry, and extend that leg out towards the left. Thighs burning. Good. And then coming back to center, hugging that knee into the chest. And release. Place the hands on the hips. And just take some big deep breaths. And we'll move on to the other side. So coming back down towards the floor. Coming onto all fours. And this time we'll bring the left leg towards the front, tucking those back toes and rising up into our crescent lunge. Really well done, halfway through. Hands come to prayer. And then we're going to hook that right elbow to the outside of the right knee, opening out into our twist, really pushing into that back ankle. And then we might bring the right hand down towards the floor. And then maybe, if it feels good, you open the left hand up towards the sky. One more breath here. Good. And then we release to the floor. And then we're going to come into our warrior two on the opposite side. So bringing that back foot down towards the floor. The front foot is running parallel. I'll move on to this side so you can see me. Good. And then we open the arms out wide. Taking some nice deep breaths here, feeling the energy in that front thigh. Good. And then we begin to lean forward into that left hand. Inhale, we open out into our reverse warrior. The back hand is down towards the back leg. The left hand is up towards the sky. Just bringing that energy and that awareness to the front thigh. You're doing so well. And then coming back to warrior two. Good. We're then going to bring that left elbow to the left outer knee. Circle that right hand down towards the floor and up and overhead. I know your front knee and thigh are screaming right now, so you're doing so well. One more breath here. And as you exhale, you come back into warrior two. And then straighten that front knee again. Good. Maybe make your stance a little bit shorter. And a little bit of relief for the front thigh. We're going to lean forwards. When we can't lean anymore, bring that left hand down towards that left leg. And open the right towards the sky. Take some nice deep breaths here. Good, and then come back to center. We're going to face towards the front. And we're going to take a step, bringing that right knee up towards our bodies, hugging it in like this. Really well done. Maybe you stay here, using that left leg to support you. Maybe you hold on to that right toe and you extend the leg out towards the right hand side. Take some really nice deep breaths. This is not easy. Good, and release. Hug that toe, that knee in towards the chest. And release. Whew. Place one hand on the belly. Place one hand on the chest. Close the eyes. And just notice the breath, maybe quite laboured. Maybe you feel your heart racing. Really, really well done. Good. Now we're going to come down towards our yogi squat position. Finding a place that feels comfortable. Maybe rocking side to side, just for a couple of breaths. Then we come to stillness, pushing the elbows into the knees, letting the hands come to prayer, and the back is straight, thinking about length in the back. And take some nice deep breaths here. Really well done. Then we're going to take our hands behind us, and come down to sit on the floor. Legs crossed, long straight back. And just begin tracing the breath, noticing where the breath is. You've done so well today, there's nothing left to do. But well done for being here, and thank you. See you next time.